party atmosphere going. Oh, wow. Okay, well, first of all, take a look at our set. I have to say welcome, welcome, welcome. But take a look at our fall-inspired Hollywood set. Shout out to Fans that she did the damn thing. Okay, so, wow. Show number 65. All right, guys. Okay, welcome to ActorScope. The what?
The best 30 minutes of your week.
Thank you. There's only one person. Okay, y'all have to do better than that. Let's try it again. Welcome to ActorScope. The what?
The best 30 minutes of your week.
I'm not hearing everybody. I'm going to do it one more time. Y'all cannot be shy. See, Mike, you see what happens when you're not here, right? The only person not here. Welcome to ActorScope. The what?
The best 30 minutes of your week.
Finally. Y'all can't be shy. This is not the place for that. Okay. So, first of all, roll call. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ActorScope. Like we said, it's the best 30 minutes of your week. I am Winsome Sinclair. For those who don't know me, they're tuning in for the first time. And I'm a casting director here in Atlanta, Georgia, by way of New York. Worked in LA and Memphis and Phoenix. But I'm here with you guys today, and I'm here to answer your questions, okay? So now we're going to do a roll call. Let me know where you're watching from. Roll call, roll call. I can actually, oh, these glasses are better. Okay. ATL is in the house. Boston's in the house. Ooh, okay. Michigan is in the house. Love it. I can't see something else. Okay, I don't know who that is. Okay, but welcome everybody, and we're going to get to it. We're going to answer your questions. We're going to have a great time, and we're going to hopefully give you some knowledge. Okay, so now, take a minute, everybody. Share and tweet. Keep those hearts coming. But share and tweet. Let anybody that you know that is interested in having their acting career be what it needs to be, that they should be signing in and watching the show. We give information you can't get anywhere else. And also share. Type the word share so I know you're sharing it. Share, everybody. Type the word share. Guys, follow instructions to that. I love, okay, we got purple and we got peach hearts and red hearts. Keep them coming, keep them coming. Yes, type the word share so that everybody can get a chance to watch a show. So, for all of you guys in Periscope land, okay, welcome Facebook. Never want to forget about you guys. And for all of you in Periscope land, keep those hearts coming because you know we have the Who's Got Heart competition. And the way that works is at the end of the show, we tally who has done the most hearts, and the winner gets to have their headshot put on all our social media. Last week, want to shout out to Kia Mack from New York. Shout out Kia! Okay, she had 3,500 hearts. Go ahead, girl. Love it. And for our Who's Been Watching Facebook, we had to come up with a contest for you. And what we do is we ask you a question based on last week's show. And whoever answers the question correctly first and emails their answer to wsa.actorscope@gmail.com, that person becomes our winner. We put your information all over our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everything WSA. We make sure we shout you out, okay? So last week, let's see who was the winner last week. Last week, our winner was Alicia Cuthbertson. I want to make sure I say it right. I love it. My team spelled it out phonetically for me. Alicia Cuthbertson was our winner. Shout out to Alicia. She won our Who's Been Watching on Facebook. Okay, so for our Who's Been Watching crew, here is your question for this week. Okay, so last week we talked about career paths and, you know, getting people in your family to support you, and when they don't support you, you know, how you can get their support or wait on their support, or who you should surround yourself with for support if your family can't support you. Well, in all that I was saying, one of the things I said, one of the things that I stated was what my mother is still holding out hopes that I might do. What career, if my mother had her way, had her druthers, would I be practicing today, even though I'm 27 years in? I'm 27 years in, she's still holding out hope. But no, she enjoys what I do, but what degree, what career did my mother wish that I had taken up as a backup plan? Okay? Let me know the answer. Once again, Facebook, you're going to email that to wsa.actorscope@gmail.com. The first one to send the answer in will be our winner. This is null and void for anybody who is a family member of mine. You cannot participate in this contest because you guys already know the deal. All right, so now we're on to one of the purposes for our show, which is asking questions, and we got some really good questions. This week, okay, our first question comes from Terrell Patterson in Atlanta, Georgia. Terrell says, When looking at demo reels, what do you, meaning me, look for? Name, actors working with dialogue, and what do you not like? Okay, what I like for it to be is a professionally done, if possible, a good blank background. Certain backgrounds look good and certain are distracting. So make sure. I mean, what I suggest to everybody, honestly, if you are going to have to do a demo reel, well, no, actually, no. I'm talking about a tape, self-tape. Sorry, scratch that, scratch that, scratch that. Sorry, Terrell, misunderstood your question. Shameless plug while I catch my breath. He said, what am I looking for in a demo reel? What we're looking for in your demo reel is your best work. Clips from your best work. Now, just because you're in something doesn't mean that it's good work. So make sure that you have your trusted people that you talk to and say, what do you think of this reel? What do you think of these clips that I've chosen? What do you think of the way I put it together? Another thing that's good for your demo reel is if you've been in anything noteworthy, let's say a television show that everybody, like if you do a scene on Empire and you do a scene with Taraji P. Henson Cookie, that should be on your demo reel. Okay? Anything that you've done with anybody that is easy to identify, that's another good thing to put on your demo reel because that shows that you are used to working with a certain caliber of talent. Okay? So that's kind of good for your demo reel. And also, identify yourself. Identify yourself. Make sure if you're setting the reel, it has your name and your contact information. Guys, I have a pet peeve. I have a pet peeve for actors, and I want to share this with you guys. When you email your pictures into a casting company, for the ease of everybody working at the company, please make sure you repurpose and retitle the name of your picture. A lot of you guys have the numbers or whatever, .jpg, and it's too hard for us to find you. Make sure you put your name and your phone number as the title of the picture or title of the clip that you're sending because it's too hard for us. We don't want to have to watch everything to find yours, okay? So if I send out my resume, let's say, it says WSA resume or Winsome Sinclair resume. It's not just random numbers and things that the computer name it because it's too hard to find. Because think about it this way. For every resume you send in, I receive probably about 300 for every one you send. So if I have to go through all of that, keep those hearts coming. I see you. That purple heart is hanging in there. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Please, guys, make sure. Yeah, here we go. Here go my skills crew. Okay, yeah. Please make sure you label your photo, your reel, anything you're emailing, and put the information in the subject line as well, so we know what it's for. We know whose it is. We know we can quickly reach you. Please, it makes everything a lot simpler, guys. It really does. Because if it's too much work, it's a way to get lost in the shuffle. And the thing here to do, not only when you get in the room, is to stand out. Okay? Stand out. Make yourself easy to work with. Okay? Think about that. Okay. Moving on. Great question, Terrell, by the way. Marshall August from Florida. She says, is theater training very important trait to have? Well, I'm old school. So I know that some of the best actors come out of theater training. I know that when I worked in LA as a casting director or a casting associate on projects, the casting directors always love to see people with especially New York theater training. New York and Chicago has some great theater training, okay? So I personally also being a theater major, love it, all right? I think it's a great foundation. But it's not just me. The consensus from most of the casting directors that I work with, who I was trained by the old school, they loved theater-trained actors. So yeah, it's a good trait. It certainly won't hurt. Okay, Marshall got 2 questions in this week. Okay, she got a lot of questions. I love it though, Marshall. We will answer all of your questions. And if you want your questions answered as well, you guys have got to send them in, okay? We want to answer your questions. Okay. Now, Marshall says, I have an agent who I've asked plenty of times to submit for certain roles, but he or she has not submitted me. What do you do in a situation like that? Should I just start paying the fee and submitting myself? Well, Marshall, it's actually a great question, and we've covered it in several different ways. Here's what I say. First, yes, definitely it is worth the investment to sign up for Actors Access. so you can keep abreast of what's going on. But the second thing, which is probably the more challenging part of your question, is should I, well, the question I'm asking you is that if you're continually asking your agent to submit you and they're not, then my question to you is, why is that still your agent? Because you guys are supposed to be a team. They're supposed, your agency's supposed to have an understanding of the arc of what you're trying to do with your career, what your goals are, what do you want to accomplish in the next 6 months, what do you want to accomplish in the next year, what do you want to accomplish in the next 3 to 5 years. If these are not conversations you're having and they're not supporting you in reaching that goal, it may be time, which is not always easy, to consider shifting agencies. You guys are supposed to be a team working together. I also don't want actors to think that once you get an agent, you just sit back and they do everything. No, this is a cohesive effort, right? The best, I've spoken to agents, and the best clients are clients who are educated about what they want for their career. You guys got to have a plan. I've said this before. If you have an agent, I think you should make at least 2 appointments to meet with your agent every year at the beginning of the year to map out what you're trying to accomplish. So set one up for January, and then at the end, at the midway through the year, to say, okay, how far have we come with the goals that we've set this year? That's how I approach life, but you should definitely approach your career like that. Okay, so be proactive, guys, not reactive in life, and definitely in your career. Be proactive, not reactive. Okay, so I hope that information was helpful. Thank you, Marshall. If you have any more questions, we'll be glad to answer them. Keep those hearts coming. I'm seeing peach, I'm seeing purple. Somebody's asking me a question, I can't read it, but okay, because it's kind of sideways, guys, but we'll answer it if we can. Don't just send your questions here. Email them in so that we can get you properly answered, because when you, Periscope, when you guys say anything, it's up there for like a couple of seconds and I can't read it anymore. And girls getting up there. So anyway, that being said, I think it is time for our What's Casting. And joining us again this week is the lovely Anais.
Hi guys.
And shameless plug.
I don't have a cup, so I'm going to shameless plug my shirt.
Yeah, there she goes. There she goes. Always shameless plugging. We have no shame in our plugging. Okay.
No, not at all.
So have a seat and let us know what's going on.
Hi guys. So, what's casting? Well, I know everyone's excited for this one, so that's why I'm going to do it first. Black Panther, everybody. They are still doing that open call. Producers need people from Atlanta's African communities. It's going to be 2 dates. It's November 5th and Sunday, November 6th.
That's this weekend, guys. 11
a.m. to 6 p.m. both days. And you're going to go to 6305 Crescent Drive Northwest in Norcross, Georgia. Zip is 30071. And you're going to use the truck entrance gate and follow the signs for the open call. Now, if you need more information, you're going to visit TammySmithCasting.com and click the Black Panther link.
Nice.
All right? Because I know everybody's excited
If you
about
guys
that.
go, you know what, Snapchat or Periscope or Facebook Live so we can see what's going on in the call.
I'm kind of curious. I might actually go.
Okay, all right, cool.
I'll go spy.
Okay.
Okay, what's up next is Hugh Casting. Hugh's Casting. They have an upcoming Untitled project. What they're looking for is a nationwide search for affluent African-American families for a new show.
Whoa.
I think we should do it.
Oh, yeah. See that? Okay, sidebar.
Okay, and you must have at least 2 kids living at home. I can find kids. And live in an upscale community. You need to please include a current family pictures and tell us how you achieved your wealth and success. Put African American family in the subject line.
Wow, that sounds interesting.
Okay, so you're gonna.
I can't wait to see what that is.
I know it's
untitled. Okay,
it's
I can't
untitled
wait to
right
see.
now.
Got it.
It's you're gonna email hughescasting@gmail.com.
Love it. Love it.
Okay. Next, we've got from Casting Tailor Made. It's an Actors Prepares. It's for featured roles. It's starring Jeremy Irons.
I love him.
I
I love Jeremy Irons. Yes.
They're looking for a heavy-set Japanese man, 25 to 50 years old.
In Atlanta?
In Atlanta.
Ooh, the challenge. The challenge. That's like somebody producer says, shalom. Okay.
What they want are, they're looking for people that have umpire experience. So if you were ever an umpire, like during high school games or anything like that, that's what they really want. They are looking for all ethnicities, 21 years and older. They are also looking for infants, 15 days to 2-month-old. Again, all ethnicities, so anyone with babies.
15 days? That's like a
Brand new baby.
But you know what? Let me tell you, I got to tell y'all a sidebar story. When we were doing the film, I believe it was Jungle Fever. Was it Jungle Fever? It was one of the Spike films. And Spike wanted, and he would give us a challenge when it came to extras casting.
Well, you know.
Mr. Lee decided he wanted to have a absolute, not only a newborn, but he wanted to film a baby being born.
Oh.
And we had to sit vigil at the hospital and ask all the women coming in labor, would you be willing to let us film your labor? And if so, sign here.
Wow.
WSA got it done. Don't sleep.
Okay. Hey, you put some challenges my way, so I know.
We got it done, okay?
I know.
But when he announced that in the production meeting, I think my jaw just dropped. Like, is he serious? Am I on candid camera? Like, y'all too young to understand what kind of. No, y'all will understand Ashton Kutcher pump.
Correct. Yep.
Okay,
Pump.
that's
I
what
know
you guys
that
would
stuff,
know. But
yep.
way back in the day, there was a thing called candid camera, and I really thought that was a joke. I really did. But after working with Mr. Lee, shout out to Mr. Lee and the 40 Acres crew, they're doing She's Gotta Have It on
Yes.
Netflix.
Yes, they
television series. Congrats to those that are doing it. But he has given us given me some of the biggest challenges of my career. And I am glad to say I rose to the occasion. And he probably saw something in me that I didn't see in myself, because I certainly didn't think half those things were possible. But after you get through something, or you get through any of his projects with the challenges, you feel like you can do anything. You can take on just about anything. So anyway, I didn't want to digress, but when you said newborn babies,
Well, yeah.
listen, who's doing a newborn baby one?
Casting tailor made.
Casting Tailor Made, trust me, you can get it done.
So they want infants, 15 days to 2-month-old, all ethnicities. Now for these, so you're going to email extrascastingtm@gmail.com. In the subject line, put Japanese man, umpire, or infant. So anybody that knows anyone that's looking for that, there you go.
Yeah, let them know. If you know somebody that's due to go into labor this weekend,
There you go.
Shoot them an email. They might be interested.
So the Wayne's got a new project.
Oh, really?
Yes, ma'am.
Love me some Wayne's family. Those are 9 of the most next to the Jacksons, one of the most talented families that you can find. Shout out to all the Waynes. Shout out to my boy Mitchell Marchand, who works. Well, he actually went to school with Marlon and Omar Epps.
This is Marlin.
Oh, see, there you go. They went to high school together. I knew them when they came out of high school.
Oh boy. So this is going to be shot in Charleston, South Carolina. They're looking for mill valets on November 7th, 8th, and 9th. If you have already been established as a mill valet, please let them know. What they're looking for is male and females ages 16 to 26 to be the valets.
Oh, wow.
Males submitting, they're asking for you to be clean shaven. So guess what, guys? If you want to do this, get rid of the beard.
Get rid of it, exactly.
Get rid of it all.
Don't
Nothing
make it harder.
there.
Don't create another hurdle for yourself. Don't show up with talking about, well, if I get it, I'll cut it.
Yep, nope, just show up.
Show up ready.
Better chance of getting the job.
Exactly. Show up ready, because, honey, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Exactly. And be prepared to work the whole day and able to work 12 plus hours. So don't show up and think you can only do half a day. Be prepared to be there all day and all night. So, make sure you get some sleep the night before.
And if you guys don't know what that's about, if you've never done that kind of work or extra work, or even worked on a film, it's about continuity. Like if we were shooting this as a film, and they establish Anais and I sitting here, and then she decides halfway through the shooting that she's got to leave, they got to find somebody who looks exactly like her, wearing her clothes, to sit in that seat, so when they shoot that scene from another angle, it's not a totally different person.
Yep.
You mess up the continuity of the film if you cannot make a commitment to the time.
That is correct. So be prepared.
And extras casting people, trust me, frown on that heavily.
I do. In the subject line, you're going to put valet 11/7, and you're going to email it to twcasting.umwp@gmail.com. Again, the email is twcasting.umwp@gmail.com. Everyone submitting must be able to work local to Charleston, South Carolina.
Okay, all right, cool. So don't show up looking for per diem. Don't show up looking for travel money. Don't show up looking for housing. They said you need to be local.
Yes.
If you cannot be local, this is not the job for you.
Correct.
Wait for the next one. It's
Exactly.
okay.
There
is enough for everybody.
Plenty of work out there.
Okay, absolutely. Okay, so last week we had such, Anais, you told me this. We had such good response from some of the advice we gave based
Yes.
on famous actors.
Yes.
That we're going to do part 2 today.
Yes, we are.
And we have some really good famous actors, but first, okay, so get your pen and paper. I'm going to give you all like 30 seconds. Get a pen and paper because we are going to give you some jewels that you may want to write down, or, you know, you can always play the show back because, you know, we love when you rewatch the show.
Yes,
And if you hear something priceless, share it with somebody. Let somebody else know. Never keep the knowledge to yourself. Knowledge is the one thing that you can share with people, and, you know, if you're lucky, it'll multiply. You're not going to lose your knowledge when
No,
you share it.
no, share it.
But okay, so we have some really good actors, but I think once again, you know, girl power. I'm gonna start with one of my favorite actresses. Okay, pay attention. So my favorite actress. It may show up at a question sometime. Miss Meryl Streep.
Love her.
Love her. She is one of 6 actors to win 3 competitive Academy Awards.
Yes.
She, like, in a word, she's dope. Like, she's just dope. Now, you're a movie buff, I know that. What is one of your favorite Meryl Streep films?
For me, my top will actually be Kramer versus Kramer.
That was my first time I saw her.
I actually enjoyed that movie, and I was young when I first saw it, so I watched it again just so I could understand it, and I love her.
Listen,
in that
her and Dustin Hoffman.
movie. Yes.
He's one of my favorite actors. Him, Al Pacino, De Niro. I mean, I have a slew of great actors, but her and Dustin Hoffman. Like, I remember bawling when I saw that movie. But I bawl every time I see it.
Well, that's kind of like me with Color Purple.
Yeah, oh yeah, Kramer versus Kramer. If you haven't seen it, guys, if you love film, not just movies, but if you love film, go out and get it wherever you can. I don't even know where you can get it right now, but where can they get? I don't even know.
You probably could get it from Amazon.
Yeah, Kramer versus Kramer, great film.
Yeah.
But one of my favorites for her, of course, Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, that's the ultimate movie.
That's the
the ultimate movie.
That's between that and the Sex and the City movie. Those are my guilty pleasures. No, Godfather, you guys already know about it. I talk about it all the time.
Yeah, no,
but if it's a Sunday afternoon and I'm flipping through the channels and stop everything, that and Sex and the City 1, 2, and 3.
But you know what, Devil Wear Prada for me with her, that was just a totally different role.
Yeah.
I've never seen her in, and it was like she just embodied it, and it was just.
She embodies everything that she
I know,
does.
but for some reason that one, it was just like.
And you know who it's supposed to be based on? Allegedly, that's the word you have to use.
Yes.
Anna Wintour. I've
Yes.
never met Miss Wintour, but honey, if that's you, you are fierce. You are absolutely fierce. That movie like rings all bells for me. I also loved her in Postcards from the Edge.
Yeah.
And Kramer versus Kramer was one of my favorites too. That was 1979, so I was like in 9th grade. So that's the first time that I saw it, but I loved that movie. You know, but okay, so let me start with Meryl Streep, and then we'll get to the guys. We will get to the guys, but here Meryl Streep's 10 rules for success. Okay, I hope you got your pen and paper because we stalled for you. I hope you appreciate the fact that we stalled for you. Stalled. Okay, shameless plug. For those of you who are still moving too slow.
Shameless plug, shirt, you know, she got the cover.
Okay, so Meryl Streep says, number 1, work hard.
Yes.
We can't stress that enough. Number 2, express yourself.
Definitely.
Okay, this is for you actors out there. Number 3, live a Zen life. Okay? Okay? Find your drive. Okay, that's number 4. Find your drive. Number 5, and this is a life thing too, be empathetic.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, definitely.
You need to be able to feel what others are feeling. Okay? Number 6, learn from challenging times. Don't let them defeat you. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yes.
Okay? Number 7, find your passion. And the sooner you find your passion in life, the better. I'm always amazed when people become middle-aged, my age, and they're getting older, and they still don't know what they're passionate about. That's frightening, guys. Figure it out. Figure it out, because I think attached to your passion is your purpose.
Yes.
Okay? And that's what we come here to do. Wait, Anais, look at those parts. It looks like you have a halo on. I love that. Exactly. Anyway, we digress. Find your passion, number 7. Number 8, be your real self. Show up authentically in the world. People do not like a phony.
No,
Do not like a phony.
No.
Show up authentically. When you're doing a character, find the piece in that character that you can connect with authentically. Okay? Immerse yourself in it. All right? And that's a life thing too. Do not live life on the sidelines, guys. Get in the game.
Yeah.
Okay? Do not sit on the sidelines and think that you are going to feel any of the intensity of emotion as opposed to the people who are actually playing and in it to win. Okay? And some of us are in it for the joy of the game. But get in the game. Okay? And last but not least,
Have fun.
Cyndi Lauper said it best. Have fun.
Have fun.
Just have fun.
We
Okay?
have fun here.
We have lots of fun here. So those are her top 10 rules for success. And I think they're great for life.
They are.
You know, I think they're great for life. And, we may have to do, we haven't gotten to the men.
No.
But, which man do you want to do? Do you want to do one of the men?
Let's do God.
Okay, let's do, she calls him God.
He's God.
Okay, go ahead.
Everybody knows he's God.
God, okay.
Morgan Freeman. And he said it
Voice
best.
of God. He's
This
the
is
voice
God.
of, right?
Because I believe what he just said, because this is something I tell a lot of my friends that are actors.
Okay.
Your job as an actor is to give your best shot each and every time. So I'm going into it with the idea that I will play it to the best of my ability. They wouldn't give it to me, the role. Basically, you would not get this role if they didn't think you were capable of pulling it off.
Exactly.
I wouldn't take it if I didn't think I was capable of pulling it off.
Go ahead,
And
Mr. Freeman.
that's why I call him God. Come on, the man. If you really watch him when he does any of his roles, especially Driving Miss Daisy.
Yeah, my mother loves that film.
Miss Daisy,
Yeah.
Glory.
Yes.
You know, if you really watch him, he does give his all.
Even
And
when he
it
played
comes-
God.
Even when he played God, with Jim Carrey.
With Jim Carrey, exactly. Yeah,
It
exactly.
comes through. It comes, even when he does his voice work,
Yeah.
it comes through. But that's his love and passion for the craft.
Make the commitment. He's committed.
Very
You know what I'm saying? And people can tell when you're committed and when you're just phoning it in, like you're just halfway. And, especially, this is another thing that's great about theater, is that theater, you have to stay authentic because every night has to be fresh.
Yes.
It cannot be stale because it's a different audience every night and you must be fresh for them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Great theater training, okay? So that was definitely a good one. That was definitely a good one. Oh, and, next week we'll talk about some more, but one of the examples was Kevin Spacey, who talks about the fact that if they call you in for an audition, I've said this to actors, come in and do it. Even if you don't get the role, you might meet somebody, a director, a producer, a writer, somebody who will remember you. And the story I always tell is about Walt Willey, who used to be on a show called All My Children. Walt Willey auditioned for years before he got a role. He even took extra work before he got the role.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the people at All My Children loved him, and they were committed to finding something for him.
Yeah, because
So
if they remember you, even if you didn't fit that role,
they'll remember you. We do it all the time.
Yeah.
We have a wall of actors, like people to remember.
Yes.
And we keep bringing you in because you're good. You know what I'm saying? We're just looking for something for you, and you are on the forefront of our minds. Anyway, my producers are rushing me, so I'm going to go to Summy Says. Summy Says. Okay, and this is from the illustrious author James Baldwin. Love him, Harlem Renaissance. If you don't know who he is, get some knowledge. Wikipedia, do something. Google this man immediately. But one of my favorite sayings from James Baldwin is, and it's a life thing, it is a career thing, it is a people thing. Nothing. Okay, let me start again. Not everything that is faced can be changed.
True.
Okay, that's the first part. But nothing can be changed until it's faced.
that's true.
So deal with it.
He's not related to Alec?
No, not at all.
Not really. Oh.
Deal with it. Okay, face it and deal with it and then get on with it, guys. Have a great week. We will see you back here next week. Same bad time.
Same bat channel.
Okay, thank you
Thank you,
guys.
guys.
Yeah. Woo!
Skittles don't want to go away.
They're not. It's still coming. The hearts are still